The Super Bowl prop on the Kansas City's team total, 21.5 points. Kansas City, are they going to go over 21.5 or under 21.5? If you're a Joe or a Josephine public, you're going to probably view this as two equal teams. They're in the Super Bowl. Who's going to get lucky? Who's not going to get lucky? Who's better? Who's the favorite? Who the handicapper is making the favorite? And if you're a Joe public or Josephine public, the odds are, the high likelihood and probability are, you're going to play the favorite and the over. That's what the public does. They hate betting, or at least rooting for failure. That's what you do when you're playing under. You're rooting for failure. No points, right? You can flip the script here. You might be a experienced, savvy gamer, and you're looking at this Kansas City being a 12 or 13 ranked offense against one of the best defenses in the league, number one, number two. That's a good way. That's a better way. You have a weighted formula that puts both teams on a level playing field, and you have to assess the team that way when you're basically allowing them to butt heads and play a game out in your mind. You have to have something going to be weighted. I mean, if Team A plays all the first and second place teams in a division, and Team B in their regular season schedule played all of the fourth and fifth best teams or place teams in their schedule, and they're both going to meet in the Super Bowl, that alone allows you to put some measure on each team and the game itself. One's really untested and one's battle tested. So there's 101 different ways to assess a game and put weight on teams. It's subjective. It's personal. You have to discover those things. And in this situation, we're going to use Kansas City, the team total. We're going to put a weight on Kansas City and San Francisco. We're going to take Kansas City, since we like Kansas City to go under the 21.5. Why? At plus 120, it's a value play. I'm going to tell you why. Kansas City had 20 games this year, including the playoffs. 9 of those games went over the 21.5 points, 22 or more points. 11 under. So 45% for the overs, 55% for the unders, right? They had, and to give you a strength of schedule for Kansas City, they played 5 teams during the regular season that qualified for the postseason. And of those 5 games, how many times did they go over 21.5 or under 21.5? 5 times. All 5 times they went under. They scored under 21.5 points against the playoff quality teams they faced in the regular season. San Francisco is a playoff quality qualifier. Obviously, they're in the Super Bowl. So why are you getting Kansas City under 21.5 at plus 120? Well, because the books, this is a number that's shaded. They know that the public's going to see 21.5. And first off, this team total is limited to a degree, so they're not going to get hurt too badly by the sharps, the wise guys. But long story short is, they know the public's going to play over 21.5, and they need to balance this. They're looking for balance on everything they have. They want to have equal amounts of money on one side of yes and no's, and this side overs or unders. They want all they want their 5% after all is said and done. That's easy for me to say, when in fact they a lot of times don't lay off lopsided handles in certain propositions or games. So that said, the play's under 21.5, under 21.5. I'm not playing that because although it is, I think, not only the value play, the right play, it's the right side to be on, win or lose, because of the value you're getting. That's not the way I'm going to approach this game. I don't want anything to do with team totals, because if I believe that's the case, then I'm going to spend my money in bulks in other directions. And you can find out which directions those are and which props are by keep coming back right here to Wager Talk TV. I'm Tony Finn. I'm your host. I want to thank you for dropping by. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and maybe you'll see it 2, 3, 4, 5 times between now and Sunday. Again, I'm Tony Finn. Keep going back.